Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going through more trigonometry questions, more exam style trigonometry questions. And as usual guys, before I get into it, make sure to like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you're finding value out of these videos. Comment, whether it be criticism, questions, whatever, and I can get back to you on those. I appreciate the support guys. So without further ado, let me get into it. So express root 6 sine x plus cosine x in the form r sine x plus a. Okay, so how are we going to do that? Well, firstly, let's write that down. So root 6 sine x plus cosine x, okay, equal to r sine x plus alpha, which equals, okay, what does that equal? Well, that actually equals r. This is a bit of an aside, just to get an understanding of where we're going with this. Of sine x cos alpha plus cosine x sine alpha. Okay, so equals what? R cos alpha sine x plus r sine alpha cosine x. Brilliant. So what can I say here? I can therefore say that r cos alpha is equal to root 6. Okay, which means that cos alpha is equal to root 6 over r. Okay, what does that tell me? Well, if you think about it like this, is right angle triangle. If we've got alpha here, and obviously cos is adjacent over hypotenuse, that means we've got root 6 here, got the hypotenuse there. Okay, and our sine alpha is equal to 1, which means that sine alpha is equal to 1 over r. Okay, which means you can have that, okay, because opposite of hypotenuse. Perfect, brilliant. So, what does that mean? Well, what that means now, guys, is that we can say the following. Okay, we can say that r is equal to root 6 squared plus 1 squared is equal to root 7. Let me actually get some more paper on this. And I can also say that tan alpha is going to equal 1 over root 6. Okay. Tan alpha is equal to 1 over root 6, which means what? If I solve for alpha now, remember they want it in degrees, I can say that alpha is going to give me 22.28 degrees. Okay, cool. And so from that, I can therefore say that, let's see here, I can say that what we're going to get is root 7, okay, sine of x plus 22.28. Okay, that's going to be the final answer for number I, guys. Okay, because you put it into the correct form that they want over here. Okay, and that's it. That's number I. Alright guys, now for II, okay, they want us to solve this equation. Root 6 sine 2 theta plus cos 2 theta equals 2, okay. Well, how are we going to do that? Well, effectively what we need to do here, guys, is we basically, we just got to change it up a little bit. It says sine 2 theta, okay. So, knowing the result we've got before, what we can say, all right. So firstly, what does it tell us? It says root 6. Okay, root 6. Okay, sine 2 theta plus cos 2 theta is equal to 2. Right. Now, from that, we know that what we're going to get is root 7 sine x, or better yet, 2 theta, okay, plus 22.28 is equal to 2. Okay, because why? Because we've solved for this form initially, and we've just put this form into this now. Okay, so now we solve. We can say that sine 2 theta plus 22.28 is equal to 2 over root 7. Right. Now, here's what I'm going to say. If we look here, I'm going to say, okay, fine. Let alpha equal 22.28. Okay, because I'm doing something a bit separate here. I can therefore say that sine alpha is equal to 2 over root 7, which makes this a little bit easier for me. So if I then go to my calculator and I say, all right, I want to find the inverse sine of 2 over root 7. Okay, what's that going to give me? Well, that's going to give me 49.1 degrees. Okay. More correctly, since they want it in 3 decimal places, it's going to be 49.107. Okay. 49.107 degrees. Okay. Now, I can therefore say that 2 theta plus 22.28, okay, is equal to 49.107 degrees. Which then means, okay, cool. Before I get there, I'm going to say, use our cast diagram. Okay, we've got 49.107, and we are solving for what? We're solving for sine. Okay, so we're looking for where in this quadrant here, and that's going to be 180 minus theta. Okay, so if I type that into my calculator, okay, minus, okay, that's going to give me 130.893. Okay, fine. So we've got two references here. And now knowing that 2 theta plus 22.28 is equal to 49.107, we can then say the following. 49.07 or 133. Okay, so we can now say the following. We can say that 2 theta, okay, is going to equal 26.99, or we can say that 2 theta is equal to we can say 2 theta is equal to 108.685. Okay, and then from here we could just say fine. Well, in that case, 13.4 can be the first angle, and 54.3 is going to be the second angle. These guys These are going to be your final answers. All right, guys, now for question 6, we've got a similar type of question. Here it says, express this in the form r cos x plus a. Okay, where r is bigger than 0 and a is between 0 and 90. Give the exact value of r and the value of a, correct to 3 decimal places. All right. So, how are we going to do that? Well, a good way to go about doing this, first off, is to say the following. All right. So, number A. Firstly, we say, okay, cool, we've got 2 cos x minus root 5 sin x. Okay. We've got that equal to x plus alpha. Cool. Now we know that r is going to equal to root 2 squared plus root 5 squared, which is going to give me a value of root 7. Okay. Now, what this means then is we can say, okay, well, judging from what we've done previously, okay, with this, we can now say that, fine, tan, okay, tan alpha is going to equal root 5 over root 2. Okay, because remember, it matches what we set up here. Okay. Just a little bit different because of cosine. So if we expand cosine, obviously going to get something different here. Okay, this can be flipped to the cosine formula, compound angle formula for that, and we'd apply the same process. Okay, so what this is then going to give me, okay, is tan root 5 over root 2, which, if I work that out on my calculator now, okay, that's going to give me a value of a equaling 57.688 degrees to 3 decimal places. Okay. Okay, so therefore I could say that the value for A, for part A, is going to equal root 7 cosine x plus 57.688 degrees. Okay. That's going to be the answer for number for A, sorry. Now for B, okay, they want us to solve it equaling 1. Okay, so for that, all we have to do is pretty much set this equal to 1 now. Why? Because we know that this is the same thing as this. Okay? So, we can there say, okay, root 7 cosine x plus 57.688. Okay? That's going to equal 1. Therefore, what can I say? Well, I can say that, fine. In this case, actually, it's going to be 2 theta. Okay. So therefore, I can say that, fine, cos 2 theta plus 57.688 is equal to 1 over root 7. Okay. Now I'm going to say, fine, let alpha equal 2 theta plus 57.688. Now, if we've got this cast diagram here, okay, we got to say to ourselves, okay, cool. If we have cos alpha equaling 1 over root 7, what's alpha going to be? Okay, and if I go to my calculator here, I'll work that out. what I'm going to get is an angle of 67.792 degrees. Okay, so this is going to be our angle here. Now, remember, over here, what we've got is 360 minus theta. Okay, so what we're going to get on this side then is alpha equaling, see, that'll be, yeah, 292.28. Okay, cool. So, with that in mind, what we found here, guys, is 2 values for alpha. Okay, so therefore, 2 theta plus 57.688 is equal to 67.792, or we've got 2 theta plus 57.688. It's going to equal 292.208. Okay. So, what can I say? Well, I can say that 2 theta is equal to what? 10.104. Or 2 theta is equal to 234.52 degrees, which gives me a value of theta equaling 5.1 degrees, or we get a value of 117.3 degrees. Okay, guys, so once you have those, that will then be your final answer for that question. Alright, guys, now for question 7, we got this following question. So, show the equation tan theta plus 60 can be written in the form tan squared plus 3 root 3 tan theta minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, so for here, I mean, the way we're actually going to do this is, firstly, it's pretty simple. We just have to recognize that tan, tan of a plus b is equal to tan a plus tan b, over 1 minus tan a tan b. Alright? Now, knowing that, we can proceed to say the following. We can say then that, tan theta plus tan 60 over 1 minus tan theta tan 60 is going to equal 2 over tan theta. Why do I say that? Because that's what cot is equal to, 1 over tan theta. And so, we can therefore say that, well, tan theta plus root 3 over 1 minus root 3 tan theta is equal to 2 over tan theta. Therefore, simplifying this out, tan theta plus root 3 is equal to 2 1 minus root 3 tan theta. Okay, perfect. So I can then say what? Tan squared theta plus root 3 tan theta is equal to 2 minus 2 root 3 tan theta. Okay, which gives me what? well, we can then say that we get tan squared theta plus 3 root 3 tan theta minus 2 equaling 0. Now, why is that? Because remember, 2 root 3 plus root 3 was 3 root 3. 1 root 3 plus 2 root 3 is equal to 3 root 3. And so, that solves the problem for the first question. We have shown that it can be written in this form. Now for number B, we have to now solve for theta being between 0 and 180. So the way we're going to do that is the following. We can say that, okay, cool. We've got tan theta equals 2 cot theta. So what we're going to do here is we're going to say the following. Tan squared theta, that's 3 root 3. Tan theta minus 2 is going to equal 0. And so using the quadratic formula now, we can then say the following. We can say that, okay, in fact, I'm not going to use the quadratic formula, I'm just going to use my calculator. So if I plug this into my calculator, okay, what I'm going to get then, guys, is tan theta is going to equal 0.35996, or tan theta is equal to negative 5.56. 5.556. Okay. Now, that tells me then the following. Well, let's solve for theta. Okay, we have to solve for theta now. So if I solve for theta here, okay, so tan, sorry, 35. Okay, theta is equaling 19.8 degrees. Okay, or what? Or we can say that we get theta okay, we can say that theta is equal to negative 79.8 degrees. Okay, but now if I get my cast diagram open here, okay, okay, so what I'm going to say here is, now obviously 180 plus 19.8, well, that's going to be out of bounds, right, guys? But 180 plus negative 79.8. Again, what I'm doing here is I'm utilizing the trick I showed in the previous video. So if you haven't seen that yet, go click on that video. It'll be in the link below. And effectively what I'm going to say is, okay, what we can do here is say 180 plus 79.8 degrees. Okay, which is the same thing as obviously minusing it. So if I do that, I can say the following. I can say that that's effectively is going to give me 100.2, right? So okay, so what we can say then is therefore theta is going to equal 19.8. degrees, or theta is going to equal 100.2 degrees. Okay, and those are going to be your final answers for that question, guys.